Continuing with the same video, let's say our second question is, what is the maximum height that it reaches? And we know that when it reaches its maximum height, we again can make a t-chart. It's the same thing. My Vx is still going to be 24.6 meters per second. And I'm not going to pretend I found that time. I'm not going to use that. Remember, I told you that if we don't need to, we don't, because what if we made a mistake in calculating the time? Then that would just carry on to the next problem. And so in this case, I have my VI initial is 17.42 meters per second. My VY final would be 0 because I'm only looking at when it reaches the top here where I know my Y velocity turns to 0. My acceleration is still negative 9.8. You see we've got three little critters right here and can easily solve for delta Y. Okay? We don't even need to use anything in the x direction for this. What is the delta Y again? How would we find that? I hope that you see that looking at these four, the equation to be used is VF squared equals VI squared plus 2A delta Y. And we know our VF squared is 17.2 squared is equal to, 0 squared is equal to 17.2 squared plus 2 times negative 9.8 times delta Y. And so I can do 17.2 squared. And that gives me 295.84. So 0 is equal to 295.84. I'm going to multiply these out. That gives me a negative 19.6 delta Y. And so I know that 295.84 is going to equal to 19.6 delta Y because I just add it to both sides. And then delta Y would simply be 295.84 divided by 19.6. And that gives me 15.09 meters. So that's how high up it's going to go at its maximum height. So that would be 15.09 meters. Okay, so I hope it's pretty cool to see how we work out through each little thing. We're going to keep diving deeper into this to make sure we have it all down and know how to calculate these things. This was really a simple extension to what we learned in horizontal velocity, horizontally launched projectiles, and so I hope this is all making sense to you. We will continue to take a deeper dive where we'll start to look at projectiles not being launched at a 0 point like this, but perhaps from a height of some point, and then we can see that what would be the range and all of those in those cases. So that's just a little bit more, but we'll get to that as well. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you can do these now.